Hello, this is Ryan from Let's Roleplay. You're watching Channel News for July 9th, 2024. Alright, so this channel news is going to explain a lot of what's happened to me and what's going to happen to my channel. So it's kind of bad news. I mean, not so much for me, but for everybody who really enjoys my content. It's kept as a small number, and I'm not sure why, even though I have done everything for the last 4+ years to increase subscribers and viewers and watchers and everything I could. I don't know what it is. I'm not throwing in the towel for anything social media related, but for this channel I have to come to a stop. There's no way I can keep on going. The other things are happening in my life. We are it's not really a job, but it will be a new income source that will require my attention. So this channel was started with, oh, let's see what I can do back in 2013. And I mean, there was the hope there. I think everybody who makes YouTube videos has a hope that there's going to be, you're going to be able to make a living off of your channel. And I could have it as a supplement, keep it as a supplement, but the amount of time that's required to do everything that I do, it's insane. Like, this video is really short. This is the simplest thing, because I wrote down 5 minutes worth, and then I could just go over it. I may have to glance at it. But when I'm making my videos, I've said this so many times, that with the writing, the voice acting, any kind of bugs I come across, Bethesda, I can strangle you at times, I tell you. And having to figure out how to get past those bugs. I mean, you at the longest, maybe 5 hours spent just making one video. It's been nuts over the years. So what happened to me is that Fallout video where there was about 6 lines that Adobe Premiere Plus, they completely messed it up. I have no idea what happened. It gave me an error, and I've never seen that error before, and I didn't know exactly what it meant. But it was about 6 lines in total that they were totally scrambled, and I think half of them were reused other lines. I mean, this is me going to 11 Labs using artificial voices, so I have no idea what Adobe did there, but it took me a long time to make that video. I'm talking 16 hours to make that video. Fallout is a huge drag on my time. 16 hours, and then it made, like, it's like running a marathon and getting across the line, and you just want to collapse. But to have that happen, that hit me real hard. Made me really think about what I'm doing with this channel. That hurt a lot. Like, I went through about 2 weeks of just anger. Angry at Adobe, angry at YouTube for the algorithm that's holding my channel back and the video back, my videos back. So it just made me really reassess what I'm doing. And then, unfortunately, you know, now we're going through a heat wave. It's really unbearable. I'm not even going outside the last few days. It's unbearable. Thank goodness we have air conditioning in this house. Yeah, today's the last super hot day. Then we're gonna get back out on our bikes tomorrow, me and my 2 sons and I. And there's so many trails all around the area, and the sun is out. It's just really nice. I don't want to go out when it's this hot, though, because I actually am prone to getting a heat stroke. I start feeling really nauseated and very sick, and the last thing I want to do is be 10 minutes from home with my 2 autistic boys and just passing out. That's scared me a few times. So yeah, if it's this hot, I'm staying home. But I mean, that's just something that I like to do with my sons. Because of my injury, I am supposed to be bike riding or swimming. I'm not supposed to be walking or running or anything like that. And a lot of exercises can really harm my body, and I have learned that the hard way. I have an injury to my spine, so I have to really be careful. It's put my right leg mechanically out of place. That's why I'm not supposed to be running or walking, just biking and swimming. But so I also, during this 2 weeks of being angry with YouTube and Adobe, I put my back out. It was so bad for about 2 to 3 weeks until I recovered enough. That just last week, actually, until I felt better enough to be able to think, where I can actually just think about what I'm doing. There's no way I could have made it in videos. So that was about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks worth of recovery there. So yeah, all this time, it's didn't really have much of a choice just to step back. I was very angry. So I don't know if anybody's ever really put everything that they could into a piece of work, and then just, in my mind, with how I saw it, it was just trashed. I was so tired by the end when I saw, and that was right at the end when Adobe gave me the error. And I'm just like, oh, it couldn't be anything. And I'll bet you most people don't even really care. It's just maybe 6 lines throughout an hour plus video out of hundreds of lines that I put in there. Artificial speech lines. But to me, it was a big deal. All that effort. And then that happened. Ugh. It was terrible. But anyways, that's between that and putting my back out, which was a huge ordeal too. So that's why I haven't been back. And I guess I got over the years tired of coming on saying, oh guys, I'm sick again. I wasn't held back because my son got me sick again. Although that did actually happen in this last day of school. He came home sick, and I was sick for a few days after that, but I just said, I'm not going to be sick anymore. There's no way. And because we had a whole bunch of things going on outside of anything that I would like to discuss, but it has to do with the income source. And I'm like, I can't be sick for this. Forget it. Tired of that. My youngest son's like, we're connected. Every time he gets sick, I get sick, and he gets sick about every 3 weeks. He brings something home from school. But despite that, so yeah, that's what's going on, and I don't plan to. I'm not cutting the videos off from here onwards. What I'm going to do is keep the current videos on my channel, the current Let's Roleplays going on my channel until they're finished, and then I won't be making any more after that. I would really hate to leave Skyrim where it is, because that's by far my favorite Let's Roleplay I've ever done. My favorite character, Torald Jensen. And I also like what's happening with Baldur's Gate 3, Saren Sahandran. Not as much as Torald Jensen, but I like it as well. And Baldur's Gate 3 is a really good game too, I find. So yeah, I've been doing this. I think I came back in like the first week of May of 2020. I came back after about 4 years of being absent before then. And then came back in, and then I have put everything I can possibly think of besides advertising, like paying money to advertise on YouTube, which I do not want to do because there's no guarantee it's going to return enough. Although it could blow up my channel. I just don't know. I mean, in a good way, blow it up with subscribers and people watching it. So, yeah, I've even in the last year, I followed all the last 6-7 months, followed all the guidelines into making my videos and channel more marketable. But the growth still it's been negligible to the point where it was barely noticeable, anything I did. Yeah. So, I mean, that's all I really have to say, and I can see the videos at 8 minutes. See, if all my videos were like this, I would have no problem throwing them out there. And this is the way that Let's Plays are. You just record what you're doing, be a goof, try to get through the videos, make people laugh, show people how things are done, whatever you do. And my Let's Roleplays, with how time-consuming they are, because I wanted them to stand out, I wanted to give a artistic feel to them instead of just doing Let's Plays. They're lost in a sea of 100 million other Let's Plays channels out there, so despite me putting it's all in character in many of my previous videos on the thumbnails, it didn't garner much of any attention. I mean, I appreciate everybody that's come to watch my videos over the years, but there's just no way I can keep on going. And I saw this about 4 years ago, that this is a possibility of how things would go, like when I started it back up. But I wanted to give it a go, and my health had really improved where I wasn't getting migraines almost every day, so I'm home looking after my boys anyways. I'm considered disabled because of my neurological problems with the migraines, which have improved a lot, thankfully, because that was torture. And my spine is injured, so I'm at home looking after my boys, taking care of them. Why not try to do something else, especially something I enjoy? And that was the basis of my channel coming back in 2020. But now things are changing. There's another income source for me, but I do have to put some time towards it. It's not going to be physical labor because I can't really do anything like that. But, you know, it could be it could really, really help us out. So, and that's what we really need. And that's also what I've been telling my wife and telling myself over the years, that my channel was meant to help us out. But let me say, if I had 10 times the income from my channel, then I would keep going at it. But the amount that I get is so small. My wife makes that in a day at work, so, and that I get in a month. So it's really not worth it. It's not very much. However, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watched my channel over the years. I really appreciate all the feedback, especially, I know I really do like feedback, even if don't be a jerk about it, but if it's constructive to help, if you see I'm doing something that's probably not the best thing to do. I appreciate all of the feedback, good and bad, except for the trolls, of course. But you'll never see trolling comments on my channel. Not really. If they're gonna write out a lengthy thing, the trolling, I would say trolling is somebody that says your videos are crap, you're garbage. And then, I mean, I've had people like that over the years, and then you never see from them again. I'll just delete those, like ban them from my channel. But if you're gonna come in and do a lengthy thing where you're not trolling, but it's harsh criticism, why you don't like what I said or what I'm doing, I'll leave that up there. That's perfectly valid, and I'll reply to it, and other people can reply to it. I like that. That's fine, and that's good engagement on my channel. So leave all the constructive comments, no, not trolling comments, and thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it.